forgot to change that. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Wes. I'm a designer here at Adafruit, and joining me every week is my brother Pedro.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Pedro's Creative Tech here at Adafruit, and every week we're here to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right. This is where we combine 3D printing and electronics to make inspirational projects for you folks. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. We're hanging out in the Discord chat room. If everyone would like to join us while we're doing the show live, you can do so by hitting up the Discord server. I'm kind of rushing through here because we had a fun morning. So, hello, everybody. How is everybody doing?
Good morning, everybody. Hanging out in the chat room. Shout outs to Stuart. We got Mr. Certainly Bruce, to Wester. Hey, we have Avro. We have Yanni, Doctor, all hanging out in the chat room.
Wonderful. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well. We have some fun stuff to share with you folks. So, without further ado, let's go run through the morning housekeeping. We'll start off with, I think, Flash Free? I don't have Flash Free. So if you want to, let's play some builds with Adafruit.com/free. This is where you can get deals and more. The more things you spend with Adafruit, the more free things you're going to get. So we've got some tiers here. For orders that are $99 or more, we're going to get you a free PermaProto half-size breadboard. We actually used it in this kind of past project here that we're going to share with you later. And for orders that are $149 or more, you get the free DSA QT breakout board, sort of a randomly selected board. It could be a sensor or a bit of a microcontroller piece. But if you have an account with Adafruit, we'll make sure you don't get the same board twice. You can register for free, so do that if you haven't already. For orders that are $200 or more, you get the randomly selected DSA QT board, the half-size PermaProto board, and free ground shipping for UPS. That's in the continental US only. And then for orders that are $299 or more, you get free ground shipping, you get the free DSA QT breakout, and a free PermaProto breakout, plus a Circuit Playground Express, the flagship product. Built-in sensors, NeoPixels, and works with lots of different programming languages, such as CircuitPython. So there we go. The freebies are still going on, and you can get as many orders as you want. So until supplies last. Cool. All right. This week coming up, it's CircuitPython Day next week. It's on August 6th, 2021, dubbing it the snakiest day of the year? The snakiest day of the year, something like that. Check it out. This is really, really fun way to highlight CircuitPython, all the community members and folks that are working on it. We have a dedicated site for folks to check out. We have a little video that we made as well, just kind of promote the day. And here is what's going on. We have some tentative activities going on, lots of live streaming. So on that day, August 6th, the CircuitPython team will be live streaming throughout the day, starting with Jeff and Katney discussing CircuitPython. It's at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. At 3 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to have a CircuitPython board tour with Lady Ada herself. And then at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to have a deep dive with Scott, special edition. And then we're going to have a special show and tell that Wednesday. It's going to be on the 4th, actually, 8/4. And we're going to be looking for folks to share and highlight folks' projects. So if you have a project that uses CircuitPython, share it on social media. You can tag Adafruit or use the hashtag CircuitPython Day2021, and it's here, right there for you folks. And you can get to this blog post from Phil by using the short URL adafruit.com/CircuitPython Day2021. Easy to remember. So yeah, check it out. Last year was a fun similar thing, but we're trying to do more activities as it matures and stuff. We figure out what we can do. So yeah, what do you folks think? Are you excited for CircuitPython Day? Woo-hoo. Did you not know it was CircuitPython Day? Now you know it's CircuitPython Day. It's coming up next week, and that is CircuitPython Day.
We gotta find a baker that can make a CircuitPython cake.
Yeah. Speaking of CircuitPython, we have a CircuitPython meeting every Monday at 2 p.m. It gets posted in all major podcast services. You can subscribe to them by checking them out on your favorite podcast, or you can listen in live on the Discord chat room here. Go to discord.gg/Adafruit. If you don't have the invite, you can join the server, and then it's done in the CircuitPython chat room every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Cool. And then you can, of course, catch the archive. It gets uploaded to YouTube as well, so you can check that out. Cool. Newsletters. I'm missing my face here, but this is a little thing for the newsletter, adafruit.com/newsletter. You can subscribe to the product-focused newsletter. Happens once a week. It's just a nice way to get updated when new products get added to the shop. And there's more newsletters. If you want daily newsletters of different like stories and projects from the community, you can subscribe to all the different categories that are part of Adafruit Daily. So go to adafruitdaily.com. It's a standalone website. You have to opt in. Nobody gets automatically subscribed because that would be wrong. So adafruitdaily.com is the place. Heading over to the jobs board, there are new jobs this week. So help wanted if you are looking for some new gigs, or if you're an employer looking for some new wigs. I don't know if that worked well, but maybe. The website is jobs.adafruit.com. Looks like there's 2 new postings here. We have a bit of like a contract here for a wearable necklace pendant that buzzes. That sounds like a fun project. And here, a software developer in C, C++, Python, and Arduino in the Chicago, Illinois area for light pong. That sounds fun. So check those out. There's lots of other ones too, and these are all vetted by Lamar and PT, so they're good. They're good postings. All right, I think that's all the things.
I got pink fong stuck in my head now.
Yeah. So we'll throw it back over to the live broadcast chat room in the Discord server just to catch up, see if anybody wants any shout-outs. Free shout-outs.
Free shout-outs. Everybody's been shouted at, it looks like.
What? Bruce says, looks at bald head, thinks about how warm a wig would be during summer. Yeah, that would be pretty warm.
I think jig would have sounded better,
Right.
like a jig to hold something for
for the jobs board.
manufacturing.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into this week's project. I think that's all the housekeeping jobs. Let's see.
Yeah, CircuitPython Day is a big
Newsletters.
deal for next week, so check it out.
All right, let's jump into the project.
Okay, fun. Let's do that. This week's project is a CircuitPython project. Huge shout out to Liz Clark for coming up with the idea and coding this project. She wanted to use the 1x4 NeoKey QT board and a QTPy RP2040 to make an emoji keyboard. This is a dedicated keyboard that does emojis. It's running the new CircuitPython library, Keypad library, so you can do really easy to customize your keys and stuff. So let's run through a demo real quick. So here I'm going to show the Learn Guide and then a blank text document to show you kind of what this thing does. Emojis, right? So I got a little text document. Let me delete that. And it's really fun. These are relegendable keys. So what you can do with these relegendable keys, you can print out these little printouts, these little kind of chiclets, and like put them in the little cap. So there's 2 pieces to these keys. So just an extra little bit. And there is a lot of fun things you could do with emojis. And Big Sur is one of the kind of things that we were testing with. We were on a Mac and Windows. It's going to be a little bit different, so I'm running on a Mac. And there are some weird things about Big Sur where the emoji pop-up window needs to be, it needs like an extra delay, so it's a little bit slower. It's actually quicker to execute these new emojis on a PC, which is interesting. And Big Sur kind of makes it a little bit so you have to tweak the delays, which we'll walk through. But for the most part, it seems to be pretty solid here. So I got my what do you call it? The relegendable keys one-to-one matching what the actual emoji is. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, this is what it does. It's in the code. It's actually doing a couple of different key commands, and we'll walk through those. But on a Mac, to bring up the emoji pop-up window, you need you need 2 hands. You need a Control, Command, and Space bar, and then you get this cool little popover. So once that's there, you need a delay, and then you need to type out, searching which emoji do you want, right? So let's say I want a cat. You can type in CAT, and then you have to select one. So we're using arrow keys, so down, and then enter to actually bring it up. And on Windows, you have to do like an escape key, but it's cool that with CircuitPython and the key library, the Keypad library, you can execute a ton of key commands and add delays and stuff, which was really specific to Big Sur because this won't work if the delays are too quick. So just showing that it's working here. You can speed up all of this, but again, you really want to fine-tune it to your setup. Maybe you're running Catalina or like macOS Catalina or Mojave. We've tested them, and they do need different delays. But on Windows, it seems to be working pretty good with Windows 10. Oh boy, I don't even know what Windows version of Windows.
12?
I think
Where are we
10
at?
is what's out and 11 is new. Maybe Ann can let us know. or someone in the chat can let us know what's the latest
All I have in
version
my mind is
of Windows.
Monterey.
Monterey, yeah. That might be even more different. So, yeah. So there is the quick little demo of what's going on. So let's check out the Learn Guide. So if you head over to learn.adafruit.com, the Learn Guide went up yesterday around afternoon. But yeah, huge shout out to Liz. This is her idea, and she wrote the code. I did the enclosure bit. So the Learn Guide walks through all the parts. The parts, there's a part shortage, so it's going to be hard to get these chips, particularly for the 1x4 NeoKey. So I think Lamar might actually redesign this one with a different chip. But if you have one on hand, this is a great project for you. And the QTPy RP2040 is really nice because it has built-in flash and everything. The other, kind of the first version of the QTPy, you needed to solder a SPI flash chip on there, but it's already built into the QTPy RP2040, which makes it a really good board for this. And this is a no soldering project, so with this little stemma QT cable, you can connect it right to the back of the QTPy and into one of the 2 ports on the 1x4 NeoKey. So I'll just do a quick little demo of this assembly. 3D printed enclosure is just 3 pieces, a bottom piece, this frame, and the top cover. So I'll just disconnect this now, like that. And you can see here I got a nice large hole. Whenever I'm designing an enclosure, it's always important to make your hole bigger than you expect it to be, especially with USB-C connectors. They can range from nice and skinny to enormously huge, like a, do I have one here? No, I don't. But they're all plugged in. They're all huge, right? So this is a nice small one. So any manner, what's cool about it is the top cover acts as the plate as well. So it's cool. So it all snap fits together. I'm just using my nail here to pop this out. But I wasn't sure if this was going to work or not. But with the plate and also being the top cover, it keeps all of these keys in line because they're nicely snap fitted in there, and they pop out easy enough, right? You could use a keycap puller, just push them out like that. But with the keycap, with the key plate also being the top cover, it's nice that you can kind of plug this in, and it'll make sure that you just want to make sure that the pins don't get bent when you push that in. But so far so good. I haven't been able to bend it yet, so that's cool. Yeah, so this little frame piece comes off as well. And it's just a simple little frame with nubs, symmetrical nubs on the top and bottom so that they snap fit into the top cover and bottom cover like so. And then here you can see the QTPy just gets press fitted into this little holder, and the little holder has these cutaways so that you are not going to mess up any of those lovely components back there, because there are pretty close, they're really, really small resistors there. Sorry about the focus, I can't focus here for reasons, but I'll do a quick manual focus. So there you can see all the different components that could potentially be snapped off if you didn't have these kind of reliefs here, these breakaways. So I made sure that I inspected it in CAD. Yeah, it's the fan. That the snap fits would not, the ledge here, you needed to have some elevation from the PCB in order to have some room there. And if you have soldered pins here, then even more so you do want that extra space there, that extra clearance at the bottom there. And then this little relief here lets you get your thumb in there and pop it out. So yeah, and you can see here that it's as easy as just connecting this cable to that port right there, and then you're ready to you have 4 keys to play with. Built-in NeoPixels right here, you can control those and do all sorts of fun animations. And you have these extra header pins here if you want to connect anything. And if you want to connect a sensor, a stemma QT sensor, you have another stemma port there so you can daisy chain it. But yeah, really, really simple. The way it's secured is with these really short 6mm tall M2.5 standoffs. And we have a standoff kit that includes variable different heights for this, and screw lengths for the standoffs. But yeah, you're going to want to use the 6mm standoffs there, which I have noted in the Learn Guide. But yeah, pretty simple assembly. I wanted to keep it really simple so that folks can customize it as they want. So this is how you install it. Once this is secured and this is popped in, you just kind of snap fit that bit there. And then you want to be really careful that your orientation of your pins are lined up properly. So you can kind of tell that it's supposed to be this way. And then let me just show like popping them out and then putting this over, right? So far so good. Focus. There we go, and then we can do one by one here. So you just want to be careful that your pins are in the right spot. You want to line up that slot with the NeoPixel, the reverse mounted NeoPixels down there. You get a good look at that, and you just want to make sure you pop it in there. And that seems to be good there. Yeah, and I am wrong in terms of the what emoji goes where. I've already forgot. Oops. So I'll have to reorient them later. There, I think it's. I'm trying to remember the order.
It's fine. You can look at your guide too.
Right. I think it's like that. Super easy assembly though, and you have, you can change out the keys if you want a different thing. But Lamar really wanted to show off the Relegendable keys, so that's why I made this. And my printer is actually low on ink, so the quality of them are a little bit washed out, and that's just the thing with 2D printers, huh? It's always low on ink. But yeah, let's. I guess I kind of showed all that. So let's look at the Learn Guide, and then we'll kind of walk through that stuff. Here we go. So learn.adafruit.com. We looked at the homepage, which has all the products linked in there. There's those kits for the hardware, and there's the Relegendable Keycaps. We also offer these. We also stock these SA MX compatible switches in various colors. You can check those out if they're in stock. And we also have the Kailh Switches too, if you want a different style of Kailh switch. Cool. All right, like most Learn guides, CircuitPython page walks you through installing CircuitPython on your QTPy RP2040. We have a nice walkthrough guide with photos that shows you how to get it into bootloader mode. The RP2040 has a little special way to do it. It has this boot button and a boot select button, a reset and a boot select button, so you have to do that in the right order. A little bit of a song and dance, but once you get that installed, it's really easy to drag and drop that UF2 file to upgrade to the latest version of CircuitPython. So the code is up on GitHub. Shout out to Liz for putting it together. And you can grab the code and the libraries by using the download project bundle button. So this will grab all of the libraries and their dependencies so that you don't have to hunt them down. You can just click this button, you get the code and the libraries. Drag and drop them onto your CircuitPy drive, and you're ready to start demo coding. So yeah, you can check out the code. It's all nicely commented. And then down here, we just show you that you want to be aware that there are two versions of the code, Mac OS and Windows, right? And then we have a screenshot here just to show you that you want to make sure that all of your libraries and folder structures are like that. So pretty cool. And then the code walkthrough, all of the kind of code blocks are broken out. So if folks are really new and they want to dive deeper, you can check out all the different code blocks, right? Yeah, so check those out. There's a little note here for customizing your emojis on a Mac and Windows. It's just slightly different. For Windows, I can see here that they are escape keys, but you can see here in the arrays for the emojis, they're kind of key codes that are spelling out the emoji that you want. Once you have your emoji pop-up window open, you can use the search bar in the emoji pop-up window to filter out the emoji that you want. So in this case, you can see C, A, T, spacebar, F, so it's like a cat face. And then you can see here there's an enter code and then an escape key. So that's for Windows. On a Mac, pretty similar, a key code C, A, T, but a little bit different here. You want to use a down arrow in the enter key. This is very specific to a Mac, and above was very specific to Windows, but there you have it. It's all documented there. And in the loop, you can change up any of the states if you want, and you can change the color of the NeoPixels here in the if statements. You also get a nice little, in the serial console, you'll get a little printout of which button you pressed and which version of the code you're running. So that's nice. But yeah, the key, the NeoPixels, you can use hexadecimal colors. So you can use a color picker if you want a specific color. And yeah, that's Windows and the Mac version here. After the keys, after the emoji is like filtered out, then another set of keyboard commands is a set here to actually open the window. Right? Yeah. Control, Command, Spacebar is like the key command on a Mac on Big Sur to open the emoji pop-up window. And then this right here sends the emoji. Cool. But check it out. It's on GitHub, and the code walkthrough is super thorough. For the 3D printing, you got a couple STL files, just 3. Also have the Fusion 360 archive that includes the parametric model, so you can really tweak it. All the original sketches and stuff are there. You can do CAD animations as well in Fusion 360. I make these just to show you kind of how the assembly works. And then if you want to make your own design, please, please, please check out our GitHub repo of all our 3D models. So we make a 3D model for all, if we try to, for all of our PCB boards. So here is the 1x4 QTPy board, and I also threw in there some Cherry switches. But yeah, these have the connectors, the NeoPixels, all of the components are painstakingly mapped for folks. So you have a one-to-one representation of the actual hardware. So you can check that out by clicking on this link here. I try to add these and promote it as much as I can. But the way you search through it is the product ID is the 4 digits at the beginning. So if I wanted a macro pad or RP, if I wanted like the QT RP2040, I could do Control F to search this site, and then I can type in the PID number for the product that I'm looking for. In this case, it's 4900, which is the QTPy RP2040. So that'll show up here, highlighted. I can click on that link, and then you have here a couple of files: the Fusion 360 file, a step file, which is a bit of an open format. You can use that step file in any of the CAD packages that will support it, and then the STL file if you want to bring that into something like Tinkercad or MeshMixer. And then you also have a GIF of the thing, so you can see here is the preview. It's just a GIF that I made that I rendered out of Fusion, and that shows you it's got the USB-C connector, it's got the reset button, and it even has the QFN, the RP2040 chip. All the diodes and caps and everything there is populated as well. Very cool, nice work. So check that out, give it a star. You could do that, I think. Cool, and you can also fork it and use the issues tab if you find any issues. But yeah, that's the 3D CAD parts. All right, back over to the line guide. Yeah. The assembly page just walks you through the assembly. It's pretty simple, but I like photos and tells you the exact length of screws that you want to use for this, and sort of a chronological order how you want to set up. You want to install your standoffs onto the PCB first, pop that on over the bottom cover, and then secure it with those 4 screws. And then from there, you just want to connect the cable, the stem QT cable, and just press fit the QTPy in there, and snap, snap, snap. Everything snap fits. That's cool. This kind of reminds me of like a I don't know. I want to put like a Pickle Rick face in that area. If I had more time, folks, I would have probably spent more time designing like a reset button thing here. So there's plenty of stuff you can do here. If you want to add something else there or some reset buttons, you can do that there. But that's kind of the idea, is to make it what you want. So that's why I kind of left it really simple, and it kind of makes it minimal and elegant. So that's why I kind of left it that way.
Yeah, the community makes will look at somebody who added a little screen.
Yeah,
there.
Sweet. Yeah, you can do that too. Add a screen to it. And the last page I want to walk through is the usage page. This is very specific to the Mac. I'm running on an iMac that has a fresh install of Big Sur, and I found that you need to change some things in the keyboard settings. So I have that listed here. In the keyboard settings, you just want to change the globe key to something else, because by default, this globe key is what will launch the character viewer. And then when you have the character viewer, you have to click on this icon so that you can have it as a popover. It's a bit of I don't want to say it's a mess on Big Sur, but that's why this page is here. It just exists as a way to, here's what you need to set up in order for your pop-up window to work. Because by default, it wasn't working. I was like, why isn't this working? Because you have to just make sure that your settings are correct. Your settings are configured so that it would work with the keyboard command. Particularly the Control, Command, plus Spacebar to open the pop-up window. So yeah, that's pretty much the guide in a nutshell. Again, huge shout out to Liz for coming up with the idea and coding it up and using the QTPy and the 1x4. I think this was one of the first projects with the 1x4. Great project for that sort of thing, and a really nice way to actually do emojis. It's not as simple as like, oh, just one key. Like I thought it was like you just paste in like the special Unicode, but it's not. You kind of have to go through the OS to do it. So it's a bit of a hacky thing, but it's cool to see it being done and working pretty well. So there you go.
Maybe it'll be better in Monterey or more difficult.
Yeah, more difficult. Oh no. Yeah, but yeah, check it out. If folks, you got the 1x4, check it out. The 3D models are all there as well. So if folks want to make their own thing. Really, really nice way to mount it too. Like the 4 mounting holes are in a good spot. Lots of clearances and stuff. The QTPy is always a bit of a challenge to make an enclosure for because it's just the nature of it's so compact and stuff. I would have loved to have used my little PCB that gives it 2 mounting holes, but I think for something like this, you need to keep it really, really simple. And I like that there's no soldering for this. It's just the stem of QT cable, and that's super cool, right? So yeah, check it out.
Stuart gives some shout outs to all of the 3D CAD that we have on the GitHub, so definitely check that out.
Yes, very cool. Thanks.
And there's some funny discussion on whether Windows is binary or not. Is it going backwards? Whoa. Check out the Discord for that funny chat.
Yeah.
Nice little banter there.
Thanks, folks.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into this week's What Are We Prototyping?
Yeah, we're prototyping a lot, so we're going to have fun here. So Pedro's going to go first, I think, because it's really...
Right, so we got these really cool molds in the shop. Where'd they go? Here it is.
Yeah, I'll pull up the product page, too. So Adafruit's stocking a couple of different ones. So if you go to this product page, you can see that you have options here. We have kitty paws. We have, and this is where you're going to have to start to learn what are these labels mean. 1U is the size of the keyboard, I think, of the keycap. So maybe you'll want to do some research, but we have like space bars and all the different things. So these are the ones we're using. Pedro, tell me which one you're actually using. Is it the kitty
I think it's like the escape one, but they all come with the 1U included, in addition to whatever special other key that you're getting.
So is
caps log tab.
The 1U is like the universal?
Yeah,
maybe?
they all come with that one.
Okay, they're all going to have the right amount of spacing, the 1U
Yeah,
size.
so a couple of Desk of Lady Ada's ago, she was showing off how to make some custom keycaps. She was checking out the molds to get in stock, and they're finally in, did some tests, and wow. These are freaking cool.
Yeah.
So I made some eyeballs because, of course, Halloween's coming up, so there's going to be a bunch of eyeball stuff. And
let's step back. What is resin casting? What is resin casting?
So you're using the silicone mold and applying some UV curable resin that gets poured in there.
So that's goop?
Yep.
Throw some goop in there.
And then temp-pulling to a past project that we worked on a couple years ago. We have this little UV lamp that was used for just curing like nails. And nice little guy. He has a little power boost inside and a bunch of these, I forgot, what is it, 400?
This is the half-size Perma-Proto that you can get for free if you spend $100 for this. Yeah, it's really nice. The Perma-Proto works really well for this sort of thing. You got plenty of holes in there, and the resistors on the other side. And you get 2 mounting holes, plenty of power and ground rails, and it's so nice to solder on that thing because it's got like nice thick pads that are through-hole plated. How's that?
Yeah. I was going to talk about that. What is the 400 nanometer
the actual
LED
circuit?
UVs?
Yeah.
No, the UV LEDs that are required to actually cure this.
Yeah, this is a Learn Guide, by the way. It was from many years ago. Come on, man. It was from a couple of years ago. This was the collab project with Becky Stern. And yeah, it was kind of her idea, and we 3D printed it, and she did up the guide. But you can get the files and build one. It's got a full circuit diagram and everything. But the UV nanometers are 400 nanometers. It says right there on the product page, and they're 5 millimeter sized, and you get a pack of 10. For this one, though, we were able to fit like 30.
Yeah.
We were able to fit 30 there. And it's quite a soldering exercise, right?
Oh, it's super fun.
It's super fun because like soldering this board is nice because you get the extra nice pads that are extra thick and stuff. So great soldering work there, Becky. And then back over to the overhead. Here's the result.
Yeah, so looks like an explosion of glitter.
It does. It's kind of so aesthetic here. Explosion. Yeah. For sure.
But yeah, we'll be taking a look at how to cast these, some of the things I learned in terms of layering all of the different materials on there. We'll be trying different colors next, so we can do some like opaque colors. But this is what we got so far.
Yeah, take one out and show us the stem. To create, it's a bit of a 2-part setup. You want to create, I think, the stem first? How did you...
No, you just got to pour. We'll go over that in the Learn Guide and all for that. But yeah, it's 2 different pieces. You pour the stem part in there, and then fill this after you've done like the layering for how you want to set up your key. It just goes on there like that, and you just cure it for like 5 to 10 minutes each side, and then there you go. You have your custom little key. Of course, I'm super proud of this little cat nubbins with the hearts on there. And what I found that worked really good is the glitter that has the little cutouts for all the different shapes. So like a volume up, volume down, like an Adafruit button, like some Dragon Ball Z inspired like stars, and like you can just do.
So you can
go crazy with these.
So one of the things that I remember Lamar saying is that she ran into some issues by putting too much stuff in them. So maybe she's doing a different technique, but I do remember saying that she had some fails.
Maybe it's the UV, the actual UV resin that she's using. I just grabbed what was the first search result on Amazon. It's about $20. It's a pretty, it's like 20 milliliters, I think. So it's a pretty big bottle.
Do you think can we use, folks probably have resin printers. Can you use that resin?
Oh, definitely.
Definitely.
The models that we made years ago, that's what we were using, a resin printer to print all the stems and all the entire keycap.
Okay. Perfect. So that resin is the same resin as the resin you used here? That's what I'm asking.
So.
Like, I don't think it's the same.
Maybe? I
Does
wouldn't be
it cure
surprised.
faster? Who knows? But this is particularly for casting and UV
like jewelry,
curing jewelry. Okay, like on the box, there's like gems and stuff, which looks really cool.
Yeah.
But mixing pigments is another experiment to do because they're all clear right now.
Yeah.
But you can mix pigments, food coloring, and make them solid colors. But
and then my second favorite is, of course, the eyes, because you have movement. And that's something that's like enclosed on the inside.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Yeah. I think Lamar wanted to put like some components, like little diodes or something in it.
Oh, I should do that next. Yeah.
If we haven't, I don't think we do.
Yeah. But that'll be coming up. Super cool. And you can get all of the different keycap molds available now.
Yep. And Pedro will be working on a video and guide.
Yes.
With all his findings. So let me pull up the product page for that. Again, you can check out our UV manicure lamp. But this product page here will show you all the different silicone molds that we're starting to carry. But I'd say the kitty paw is a really fun one.
And check out the Discord. Alvaro just posted the epoxy resin dyes. It's a powder.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll be checking out to mix these
so
up.
you can make some squirrely, kind of river table style, effects. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Alvaro. I really like that. That we're gonna actually probably get some. Yeah. There's the resin. There's the.
There we go.
The river table
for that shimmering effect on there on the.
Excellent. Look at those jewelry pieces too. So fun. Yeah. Great for slime.
I know, right?
That's very cool. We're gonna definitely get some of the stuff for sure. So,
yeah, so much
lots of fun things with the custom keycaps. So that's where we're at right now with custom keycaps.
Yeah. So
molds.
As part of the project, we'll definitely redesign the UV lamp, so it's a little more easier to have like a tray that gets it in there. Because one of the things not mentioned is when you pour the resin in here, it like sags when you're actually trying to put it into a lamp. So you can have misalignments of your stems. So we'll definitely have it where all the components are moved over to the top, so you can just sort of place it over, right on top of your work area.
Surface, yeah. Yep. And this was back when we were first learning how to do stuff. So Fusion 360 didn't even exist. We were using 123D from Autodesk.
Yeah.
And we had to use screws and stuff. But nowadays we know how to do snap fit stuff really well. This doesn't have, this snap fit's kind of funny, right? Because it doesn't actually have any of the grabbers or the catchers.
Yeah.
It just kind of has a lip. It just stays in there.
And then CEO was saying that Lamar was saying she had the shadows were cast on the UV. Yeah, so you got to cure it on both sides.
That's right.
And then the other thing we did was we stuck it in the sun too for like 10 minutes or something.
It's a super cure. Yeah, because the more resin you're using, the harder it's going to be to cure. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there you go. That is your first initial experiments with resin casting.
Layering on there. Yeah, so much fun. Yeah. Try
the first one didn't work, right? Like you had to learn. You got to learn the rhythm and.
Oh yeah, I didn't do the stems correctly. Right. So we'll go over some of those things that were not covered in any of the videos that I watched.
Okay.
Get a little bit more concise way of getting really good results on your first try.
But yeah, we're Lamar suggests stick to the UV curable resin.
Yeah.
There's 2 parts that you can play with, but if you already know that, you're already
She said she had
acquainted with it, then
difficulty
y'all
with
know what to do.
The 2-parter.
Right. Cool.
All right. When it comes to prototyping, next up is more keyboard
More
stuff.
keyboards. This is the 5x6 Ortho snap together NeoKey, and it has 5x6, and I want to make a little 3D printed plate for it. So I got it wired up here. I wired it into this Perma Proto because I can take off this board now, and I can switch this out for any other feather microcontroller. But this is the RP2040 feather. It's the one that I really like right now. And well, I guess we'll plug it in and take a look at it. But I thought I'd throw in these. You might remember these. These were in the shop a couple weeks ago. These are little rubber. These are large feet with aluminum machined feet with these little rubber circles, and they use M4 screws. So I thought it'd be cool to kind of see how that works, and it works really well. So it's just a 2-part kind of setup. We have the mounting plate and a plate for the keys. I don't have any keycaps because we need to buy more resin. But I'm going to plug this in and kind of show off the demo code. So this Learn Guide for the 5x6 is out. Shout out to Katney for getting that out last week. And right now it's running. It's not running. Oh, why?
Is it the switch?
No. I don't know why it's not working. Let me just plug it in again.
Really quick, some of the questions coming in on the UV resin keycaps. Yep, there will be a Learn Guide.
Yes,
And
that
then
is
Stuart's
the
asking if
goal.
you can just leave them out in the sun. I think you can, because the last step is what I did. I left it out in the sun just to get rid of the little stickiness that still remains.
Cool. Yeah, so I got here, running the LED animation demo code just to show all the lights are working. Wiring it up, you're going to want to look at the 5x6 Learn Guide by Katney, which I was just talking about. And I have it wired in the rows and the columns. It's all there on a nice circuit diagram, so you can get an idea of where pins you need to use. But for the feather, they're particular to the feather, or not particular to the feather. You can play with the different GPIOs. So because it's CircuitPython, it's really easy to change the code. So I guess I'll just do that right now. I have some demo code running here. And if I go to my CircuitPy drive, you can see here I got 2 different codes. And I just name one code and the other one like a demo. So this is the LED animation. And this one is Katney's demo code that she has a part of the library. So you can check this out now. I just switched the code, and now when I press a button, it'll keep it lit, which is really neat. And I'm just kind of doing a little bit of light bright here. And you can change the colors and the brightness and all that stuff. But yeah, really, really cool. It's just my initial hands-on with the 5x6. You can, of course, snap them apart and all that, but I wanted to keep it all together and make a little plate for folks. So if you guys want the plate, I'll throw this up on Thingiverse. It's sized, this bit here is sized for the feather, so as long as you have a feather, any type of feather will fit there. And you can see how I set it up with these tall standoffs and the Perma Proto, or is it a Perma Proto or something like that? I showed you what it was, right? When I took this out, it's the...
Oh, the feather proto
yeah,
wing.
feather proto wing, something like that. My screw just came off, it's funny. When it spudger doubles as a flathead screwdriver. Right, that's cool. But yeah, I really like these feet. I wasn't sure if those were gonna work out well here, but they do. It gives you a lot of grip, so it's really nice.
Yanni is saying that I could make an awesome design game for that.
Yeah, it would be really
Tic-tac-toe,
A snake game.
Snake.
And little knobs here, something.
What was the other one?
But I like that the NeoPixels are the buttons. Like it feels like NeoPixels are the buttons too. Let me just.
It's like a light bright almost.
Yeah, it is like a light bright. And I don't have any of the keys, but could we take these out and put them in? They fit, right? They should.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Same keycap.
Yeah, so.
Or stem.
Just to see how it looks like with it lit. I turned the brightness down just to not blind it, but that's the sort of look you're gonna get.
It looks cool with the eyeballs in the center.
Yeah, it does. Put another one, make a face. And then what will be the mouth?
I'm gonna go check out some more of the glitter cutouts, see if they have any Halloween-based ones.
Right, yeah. So yeah, check it out. If you got yourself the 5x6, maybe you want a plate, you got that. And also I'm working on the 3D model. I'll release that shortly. It was a little bit tricky to make the 3D model. I showed you last week. If you want to check out last week's 3D Hangout, I talk about some of the challenges I had making the model for this thing, because it's using tiles. It's tile design, so it's a little bit different. So that is the 5x6 Ortho NeoKey. And on to kind of shop talk, now that we're done with prototyping. This is what we're prototyping, I think.
A couple other things that are prototyping in terms of workflow.
Yeah, so I got myself the new desktop CNC from Bantam Tools. So we're part of the residence, right?
Remote
So we're checking
residence.
out, yeah, we're milling residence now. So we got the machine, I got to play with it a couple of days ago, and my initial thoughts, this thing is a beast. It can just chew through aluminum like butter. So the first thing I really wanted to do was mill some wood. So it was really fun to learn how to use toe clamps and to have a bigger machine. So the first thing, a bigger machine plus bigger tools. Like I can do a 1/4-inch mill now, which is excellent. So I got this piece of walnut, and the idea was I wanted to make a little plate for the macro pad. So I faced that as like my first material to play with, and it just can grind through wood like nothing, but even more so this aluminum here. So they have a lot of demo projects too. So this is a part holder that I played with. A really short video, but I guess I can show you the parts now. So this is the thing I milled. So this was surfaced with a massive. To me, it's massive because I'm like used to a 132, you know, with an 1/8 inch shaft. So this is like what I'm used to on the smaller PCB mill, right, from Bantam. And now this is the 1/8 inch, right? This is like the biggest tool that I could mill on the desktop CNC, the PCB CNC, the little one. I just got the little one. And this is a 1/4 inch mill, which is
like double the size.
It's double the size because, you know, that's how math works, right? So it's so cool to have a bigger machine. I'm so giddy about it because like just seeing it chew through materials is incredible. So I was able to surface this, and you really can't see any machining lines because of the tool is just so massive. And it's from Helical. Helical makes really good tools. So I was able to do a contour on this, faced both surfaces because it was not level. And I still use tape for surfacing. You still want to use tape, but the Bantam Tools has some really nice, it has a nice T-slot bed that's kind of standard, and it comes with toe clamps. So I was able to toe clamp this piece here, and I was able to use the Bantam Tools software to automatically probe the material. So you can probe the material, and even though it's it's not conductive, let's say this is the tool, you can kind of jog it down and then like probe it this way.
Feedback on the
motor. So you can manually kind of do it, and it was really cool to do that. But if it was metal, you can just touch the points, and it'll figure out where your material is and offset it for you. Really, the Bantam Tools software is like so amazing. It's really nice.
That's where a lot of the cost of the machine is.
It really is where the cost of the machine is. Yeah, and then for this pop print, I thought it'd be fun to do a pop print, of course. So I used the 1/8 inch, and you can kind of see the surface lines here. Or maybe I didn't, I can't remember. I have a video, but and then I used a chamfer tool to do this one here, a little pyramid chamfer. I also messed up here. You can see the little gash there. That is because when you are changing from tool diameters, you want to probe your alignment bracket because it just gets, you just need to do that. But this is just the first look at it, really quick look at it. I had to do other things, but I can't wait to make more stuff. I'm actually working on making a jig for making a bunch of wooden keycaps. It's going to be a double-sided thing, so I need to come up with a jig. This is just a one-sided part. Yeah, so that's my initial kind of hands-on with the Bantam Tools desktop CNC and pop print, right? So that's what I'm working on there. So looking forward to play with it after the show. Actually, I got some cam stuff that I want to do, which is great if you're doing. If you already know how to use Fusion 360, using the cam workspace in it is really nice and intuitive. And there's lots of tutorials and things out there for folks to check out. And I may have 2 or 3 tutorials on CNC previously, but now I'll probably do some more coming up. But that is the Bantam Tools.
Yay, that's what
Very
we've
cool.
been prototyping / shop talk.
Yeah, more CNC to come.
Woo.
Yeah. Let me switch over to yeah, if anybody have any questions or any project ideas for the Bandom tools, feel free to let me know. Any questions about it, let me know. I'll find out.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and check out this week's Community Makes.
Okay, let's do that. Every week, Pedro 3D prints something from the community. This week he found something that has to do with upcoming.
Yeah, Halloween's already started. I'm already working on the next Halloween ADA box. So of course, all the stores I think already have all of their decorations out.
Do they?
I'm itching to get out there and check out what's going on with
This thing's
all the Halloween
huge.
stuff.
Fits on your face. Do you
Oh,
want to put it on your
yeah,
face?
just go straight to that. This is an awesome wolf mask. Go over your face.
Wolf. Phil B, where you at?
So freaking detailed. Look at that.
This is phenomenal.
Had like the nose all on there, all the fur and the teeth.
Yeah.
And you have like a couple of different spots on there to add a strap. So you can have that on your head. Pretty dang cool. I'm totally into this. This is so cool. I really like how high quality this came out, and I think I finally dialed in the printer to like such an excellent quality. There was like no stringing on this whatsoever.
So this is from the time-lapse video. So let's
Yeah.
run that real quick if you haven't seen it. Here's the time-lapse video. It's from
Pretty big.
Todor Kolev on Thingiverse. It's a free download, so you can check it out. There are 4 pieces to it. No support material, right?
What's that? No support materials. Stuart just asked, how did I lay that on the bed? You can kind of see it on the time lapse, but we'll just show it on the camera.
Yeah.
What I do is I open up Prusa Slicer, and I use the little slicing tool on there, and you can kind of see here, I sliced it right there just so I wouldn't have to have any support materials on it, because the way that this mask is, it looks like it's optimized for printing upwards or on the Z. So all I do with a lot of the prints, actually, like I saw a lot of people having problems with the Loki mask or the horns.
Right.
If this was like printed a different way, I would have sliced it like right down here, just so you have a completely flat surface to have the bed or have it adhere to the bed.
How did the teeth print though?
This prints completely upwards, so
Right.
it's there's like all 45 degrees on it. You can kind of see.
I'm just gonna have to play the
along
video
the
again.
teeth there.
Like and slow it down or something.
Yeah, this Alvaro makes a good point. Yeah, this is great for everyone else who has to wear masks. This is everyone here now too, as well. This
There
is
it
a
is.
cool thing to put over your
Yeah,
mask.
so nice flat, lots of surface area where you cut it, right? And then you can see the extra details are in the inside there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is nice. But yeah, look at those overhangs. It catches itself very well in the teeth. That's the problematic parts, right?
Yeah.
So let's take a look at it over the overhead and show us I don't know, are there any ugly sides, drooping or anything like that?
Oh,
That's
here's
hidden.
One little.
One little droop. And this is a 0.2 millimeter.
Yeah, 0.2.
Layer height
Just to
standard.
cut down on the amount of time, because I don't know if you could see the specs there for the time lapse. It took 24 hours.
Is
to
this like
print.
special
This is
premium
just
PLA? No, it's
run of the mill $20
Okay.
PLA,
Okay.
and then we're using these elastic straps. You can get like a whole roll of these along with.
Yeah, this is
these
great
guys
design
right
here. To do that right there. There's actually a
there's a
slot
couple
there.
of different slots. Yeah, so you
So
can
you-
have it up on the top or on the bottom, depending on how you want to wear it or your face shape. So this is an excellent way to have for masks or any sort of costume. I think have multiple different like little areas to attach a strap.
Super glue. A little bit of
Yeah,
haze.
yep,
So y'all
yep,
want to
there's
be
some glue.
a pair of that. If you're doing super glue, you get the haze. If you
You
don't,
have some air blowing on it, so
right.
it does not haze up.
Turn your air canister upside down. A little
There you
ginger
go.
rested trick. But yeah, it works really well. Just a tiny bit of overhang over there.
Mm-hmm.
But man, it caught it really well. All that right there would have been overhang, and it caught it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh, look
too.
at the nose. It has nice
Dwester's
folds.
mentioning some Ninja Flex for the head strap.
Oh, that's cool. It's a hidden face inside there. Halloween. Very
Came
cool.
out all super smooth, so I didn't read the whole description of it, but I'm thinking like ZBrush or something.
Yeah,
for
we'll
the
look at
sculpting.
the Thingiverse. Yeah, this is super cool. The first Todor's I think Thingiverse user Todor might be a real name.
This one's been making the rounds. I think it was originally posted on Prusa, and I really like the hero image that he uses there with the
It's
sunglasses
excellent.
on and the
Yeah,
hoodie.
with the hoodie, that's
So cool.
excellent. That's such a aesthetic look. But that's how it is by default. So you can see Pedro did cut it.
Yeah.
And you can do that in Prusa Slicer or Tinkercad or Mesh Mixer. Super cool. Really like it. You have your mask and behind it.
Yeah, Prusa is the Prusa Slicer is my preferred workflow for it, just because of how it auto orients everything back up for you.
Yeah, wolf mask. And you could always check the comments to see if anyone has any tips or anything.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's asking about the orientation of the print.
Yeah.
I should upload this as a remix.
I think you should. Yeah, there's no remixes yet, and what you do is like a really, really important thing.
Yeah, it doesn't
that
really
can transcend
affect
all the models and stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't really affect where you're adding the straps to, so all the strength remains on the model. It's
That's
just
right,
these
yeah.
little bit there
Very cool.
you're
All right.
chopping off. And this goes with a lot of models that are organic like this, where
sure,
you're
yeah.
like
There
trying to
is
figure
no
out,
flat
how do you
area.
put exactly?
There is no
yeah.
flat area. You
can
have to
create
make the
it.
flat
Yeah.
area. And strategically figure out where is the seam that I want to have. And
Yeah.
right here, it doesn't matter where the seam is, because from a front, you don't even see it.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, and then huge shout out to Todor, I think is how you say it.
Yeah.
Their username is a little bit different here. Philo Inc.
Flow ink.
Flow Inc. But Todor is the name.
Oh, look at all these masks. I think we've posted some of these.
Okay.
Or actually, no.
No.
I printed the samurai one. That one came out really good. This one right here with the fangs.
Oh, yeah, and you use like rainbow filament or something. Yeah, excellent sculpt modeler. And you can check out their website too. But yeah, there you have a proof of print thing as well in case, a thing of first goes down, which sometimes it does. But yeah, he's on proofs of printers as well. Philo Inc.
Check
Filio ink?
it out.
Very
Super
cool.
cool.
Yeah, so huge shout out to you.
If you want to get your Halloween started, which we are, we're looking for like a Halloween Christmas tree and like the whole
yeah.
little set for shooting all the Halloween
Yeah, we have
stuff.
some fun Ada box planned.
Yes.
I can't wait. I really like it. All right. So that is this week's Timelapse Tuesday. Check it out.
And continuing on with the community makes, I think there's a couple.
No, not this week. People are on break, man.
Oh.
We're going on break too. We're this is our last show for 2 weeks from now, so we're going to take the next 2 weeks off. We'll be on break. We'll actually be posting and sharing stuff.
Yeah, we'll still be on that.
We just won't do 3D Hangouts, so we won't see you for another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Tonight we're going to host the show and tell, so please come on by. We'll be there hosting, and we hope to see you there.
And then right after that's going to be the Ada box, is it 19? Unboxing
Yeah.
with John Park.
With JP. So JP's got some really fun shenanigans planned, so don't miss it. Tonight, 8 p.m., and show and tell is at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And that's this week's show, I think.
It's pretty much
Mix
it for
of
this
resin
week.
casting and milling and lots of keycaps.
Halloween, get Halloween
UV
started.
lights, wolves. Phil, where you at? Wolves.
Oh,
This
he's
is your
working.
show.
He's doing
sorry.
Ada box.
I know. He's doing the next Ada box. Yeah. Very cool. Well, I'm super pumped and excited. I hope y'all are staying safe out there and staying inspired. I hope we can keep your maker habit going. I'm at a loss for words.
Wear your mask.
Wear your
Looks
mask.
like that's coming back.
Yeah,
Make
you're never
it's-
going anywhere.
Make sure it's something like this. Yeah, I'm super happy. I've been redeemed. I had bought so many masks, and when the mandates were over, I was like, oh man, I got all these masks. Now it's back. It's like, ha ha ha! I got my
Mom
stash
was
ready.
joking with her friends. And they were like,
Dude, I have
shopping
them-
around. And they're like, why are these masks so cheap? Is something wrong with them? I was like, no, it's just people.
They thought they were gonna
They
go
thought they were
away.
gonna go out. No, and she bought
I
all
have
of
one
them.
for
It's like,
every holiday now. We have Christmas masks,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have Halloween masks, we have Thanksgiving masks.
Yeah, and every color and size. It's a mask world.
All right.
Well, very cool. All right, everybody.
Again, it's show and tell.
Yeah, we'll see
later
you
tonight.
later
We'll be
tonight.
there. And
Unboxing shortly after. Thursday is John Park's workshop. You'll be here Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. There's a deep dive this Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Time with Scott. And then next week is CircuitPython Week. CircuitPython Week. Yeah,
I think that's like all day, every day at Adafruit, but
it is for me.
all right, with that, good luck with all of your maker endeavors, and
Remember to make a great day.
see you next week.
Bye, folks. See you tonight.